I made a video here discussing why our phones feel better than the real world. And in that, I discussed 3 building blocks that I'm trying to use to build my life into something that I don't want to escape so much. Those were purpose, creation, and adventure. Now, as much value as I think there was in that video, and you can go check it out, I wanted to make a video here that's more practical or implementable, that has action steps you can take away. That's what this video is. But before I get into it, I wanted to kind of frame this with looking at the solution and the goal. I think it's very important for us to get as accurate as we can on what we're aiming for when we say we want to reduce our screen time or we want to fix our phone addiction. What does that actually mean for you? Because I know if you're like me or friends I've had or clients I've worked with, well, you can get into these moments where you're highly frustrated and you throw your hands up and you enter sweeping declaration mode. And you're like, I don't want to see a phone ever again. I'm moving to the woods and I'm using a flip phone or a satellite. And I get that. And I get that headspace. But if I'm being most honest and most truthful with myself, man, I love YouTube. I always have and probably always will. And I've made some of my greatest connections on social medias like Instagram. I don't want to completely uproot or abandon or get rid of them. I don't. So this video is about kind of finding a more, healthy and more appropriate relationship with those things. And if that's you, if you want a healthier, more appropriate relationship with your phone or screens, stick around, because I've got some tools and tricks that hopefully help you. The first one is super simple, maybe so simple that you may roll your eyes at it and be like, all right, the guy's an idiot, I'm clicking off. And that's okay. But it truly has helped me. And it's just a simple micro delay where when you have your phone in your hand, you're about to start scrolling, you ask yourself, what am I doing with my phone right now? Why am I about to start scrolling? And just having that extra added time there between when you pull your phone out and when you begin to scroll, that allows for self-awareness, for self-control, and the key here, intentionality, to rise to the surface. And you can find out the difference between, oh yeah, I need to call my dad back, or oh, you know what? I'm just in an awkward social situation, I don't feel very good, and I was going to escape that. Or, oh, I'm very bored, and I wanted to escape that. Just asking yourself a quick micro delay of saying, okay, wait, hold on. I got my phone out. What am I about to do? Let me get clear. Let me set the intention. What am I about to do on here? You can save yourself a few times a day and realize, I was just about to doom scroll. No real reason, no good reason. And you put the phone back away, and you just won that battle. Now, intentionality, like that is a word you're going to hear a bunch on this channel and in this video probably. Intentionality is huge. It's one of the major ingredients, I think, in having that healthy, appropriate relationship with your phone. But there's another ingredient that I've been adding to really help in this reduction, and that is friction, right? And friction looks like logging out. It looks like two-factor sign-in. It looks like moving all the good apps that I really like into one folder and moving that folder as far away from me as possible. Do you know how annoying it is to log back into a social media account, especially when you have not allowed for your passwords to save? So annoying. You're gonna do it less. The more obstacles that are in the way, the more friction it takes to get you on there is going to help you out. It's going to pull you back from doing it so much when it's just easy and automatic and it's just like a comfy bed you fall into. Make it as complicated as you can. Complication will absolutely make a roadblock between you and whatever it is you want to do. That's why tasks and goals and stuff you want to implement, you should make as uncomplicated as possible. Which brings me to the sponsor of this video, Tiege Hanley. We're talking skincare and taking care of your face and skin. This needs to be uncomplicated, and these are the guys who are making skincare uncomplicated. And thank you to them for that, because I'm about to be 30 years old. So I need to be consistent with my skincare. And they make that as simple as possible by sending you boxes, curated boxes of exactly what you need to your doorstep. And it's incredible because since it's one company, one banner, one vision, You get products that are working in tandem together, like the AM and PM scrubs. You'll get retinol sticks and eye creams. You'll get super serums, daily scrubs. It's exfoliating scrubs. I mean, I could go on. These guys are just, they're doing the best kind of work by making something that we all know we should be doing, right? Skincare and taking care of yourself, especially, like I said, I'm about to be 30. Like, as you're aging and moving on, you need to be intentional about this. It's not just gonna happen. You're not gonna have just good skin, clear skin. It takes routines, and it takes you implementing. And these guys at Tiege Hanley are making that super, super simple. And you can get 40% off. 40, I always have to double check that because it's such a sick deal. 40% off plus a free gift worth up to $20 when you use the link in the description below or in the pinned comment. Do yourself, do your skin a favor. Try out Tiege. I really think you should try out Tiege Hanley because not only does it make your skin look great, one added bonus you won't know until you try it, it makes your skin feel great. And you're only going to know what I'm talking about when you've tried it. So try that pinned comment or the link in the description. Tiege Hanley, up to 40% off and a free gift worth up to $20. Out of control. Great deal. Thank you. Thank you so much to Tiege Hanley for sponsoring. Back to the video. So speaking of like ads, I've noticed there's a lot of lottery ads. I've been watching Miami Vice on Tubi. I love it. But there's so many ads, and so many of them are like gambling ads, and it made me realize that my phone, our phones, are like these casinos. They're like slot machines in our pockets, right? These little casinos in our pockets. Not good. And so what I've been trying to do is just make my phone as boring as humanly possible, right? This is the next step, and this is kind of a choose your own adventure, right? This is how are you going to do this? You tell me what's your way of making your phone as boring as possible, making it as much like a tool as possible. Some of the things that I've done is making the home screen just tools, like the notes, the weather, the calendar, hiding the really good stuff, right? Just same thing if I had a bunch of desserts and stuff. I don't want to see those Oreos. Get those Oreos out of my face or I'm going to consume them. I, in real life, need Oreos hidden from me or I will eat them. It's a self-control thing, right? So I need to make the good apps that I fall into the doom scrolling pits with, I need those away from me. I need them in their own folder, deep, deep, deep away. And then the other thing is black and white. My friend Caden, thank you for telling me about this one. Putting your phone in black and white mode makes your phone look foul. It just looked gross to me. I don't like it. I don't want to be on my phone. It's just not appealing. And the receptors in your brain, they get a moment to settle, because if you look into the research of like colors and stuff like that, you'll see that's why each brand kind of uses different colors in certain ways. There is something going on. You know, the neuropsychology or whatever, people smarter than me would be able to tell you about that. Those factors are shut off when you turn on black and white mode. So it's something worth trying. But again, go buck wild. Boring max your phone and tell me how you're going to do that. I think that's there's some fun to be had in that, making your phone as boring as possible. And the next one is, since we're humans, we got to do the craving windows. And like we said, or like I said, I guess, at the start of the video, and maybe you agreed with, I don't want to get rid of my phone. I just want a healthier version of my relationship with my phone. So we need to allow for craving windows. For me, it's been 2 to 3 times a day that I just allow myself to scroll with no guilt. I'll do about like 10 minutes and I'll just do whatever I want and be okay with it. You know what I mean? Because again, you're getting that intentionality in there. You're getting control of it. You're the one in the driver's seat. I think containing it kills the compulsive cycle to like constantly fear of missing out. Got to check this, got to check that. You know there are certain times throughout the day that you are going to allow yourself to go full bore into what you want to do on your phone. So yeah, that is it. That is all I wanted to say, and I'm doing it under 10 minutes. That's pretty cool. I was pumped. I didn't want to make this overly long. I know I have a tendency to just ramble like I'm doing now. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope to see you in the next one. Take care.